Last time on Improv Tabletop, we were introduced to a new trio not of heroes, but of villains. But let's be honest, they're the heroes here because Bond is terrible.
That sucks.
We met Dr. Manhattan, who is not that Dr. Manhattan, but he is a blue astrophysicist. We met Jaws, the Iron Vampire, and Dr. Bobblehead, the inventor with a big old head. He's an orange on a toothpick, this guy.
Yes.
They were in the middle of trying to steal Big Ben when Bond was going to thwart their plans. And just when they thought they had the upper hand, Bond said, if we can't have Big Ben, nobody can have Big Ben. And he blew up Big Ben, and you managed to escape from the explosion on Dr. Bobblehead's helicopter hat. What's going to happen next? How are our heroes going... how are our villains going to come back from this? Let's find out here in the world of Bond Must Die. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to Improv Tabletop, the Fate RPG actual play where we make up everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
Connor Wood, a bad guy.
Evan Peterson, a worse guy.
Justin Porter, a.k.a. JP, and being bad makes me feel so good. I was going to say, I think I want us to reconvene on my bobblehead blimp.
Oh, yeah.
To the bobble blimp.
To the bobble blimp.
The bobble blimp. All right, yeah. So you fly up with your propeller hat straight up to where your blimp is waiting for you. You've probably got like a cloaking device on the underside, I would imagine.
Yes, of
course. So that people can't tell there's a giant blimp in the sky.
Naturally.
Yeah, what else would he have, Ned? Of course he does.
So, yeah, you get onto the blimp, and you've got a couple attendants there to help you on. They take your coats, and they give you bags of peanuts and ginger ales, and escort you to your seats.
All right, we shall take note in the conference room.
All right, to the conference room.
And so we sit in the conference room, and I imagine it's like if any James Bond, it's like they're all the seats are in a circle, and there's like the middle table that has like a map of like I'm gonna say it's like something like a computer that like I show things.
Yeah, like a hologram type.
Hologram, that's
whatever.
what I'm
Yeah.
Yes, and as you arrive, you see that the furthermost chair is turned away from you, and you can't see the occupant, but you can hear the purring of a cat. And a voice comes back to you and says, well, lads, I thought this might be the one where you finally stop Bond, but I guess not.
Ah, how did you get aboard my blimp?
He spins around, and you see the face of Mike Myers with a scar over one side of his face.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you worry, Dr. Bobblehead. I have my ways. After all, I didn't go to Evil Medical School for 6 years to be called Mr. I am a smart man.
I too went to evil science school, so I understand how valuable that can be. But tell me this, smart man. He blew up our target. What would you have done, huh?
I would have, you know what? I don't come up with, you're the henchman. You take care of that stuff.
I am not a henchman, Dr. Evil.
Okay.
I am a doctor.
Yeah, me too.
I am also a doctor.
Jaws, you can be an honorary doctor.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jaws just smiles. I'm realizing all too late that Jaws doesn't really talk.
He does in Moonraker. At the very end. Yeah, do with that what you will. Anyway, I think we need to destroy James Bond at his own game. We need to plan for his weakness. And you know what his weakness is?
Bullets.
It is pretty women.
Oh.
Yes. Perhaps physical damage is not the way. Perhaps emotional damage, perhaps social damage.
Like I said, we need to get pretty women. We need to create the prettiest of pretty women, a Halle Berry, or I don't know any pretty women, but we should create one, and we should use it to destroy him.
I like that. Jaws, how are your disguise skills? You're the prettiest out of all of us.
Yes.
I just shake my head and I reach over and I'm going to grab the keyboard to the screen. Of course, there's a screen on the wall, and I type in to our database Xenia Anya top.
Yeah, Xenia on a top.
Oh.
And hit enter. And I'm like, this? We good?
She's pretty smoking.
She is pretty. Is she available?
I click the Google Calendar button.
Oh yeah, her calendar's clear open.
Yeah.
She's got like 2 things going on a month. This is perfect for us.
I love how we put together that whole like Google business thing so that we can all just check in on each other every once in a while.
The evil internet's super useful, if I'm being honest.
It's better than the dark web. It's the evil web.
Yeah. The dark web's for creeps. The evil internet is for cool guys, I guess.
Yes.
We are one step higher than the creeps.
Yeah.
And you notice that Dr. Evil, he's got his phone and it starts ringing and he looks at it and he rolls his eyes and turns around and says, "What is it, Scott?" "Okay, fine. Oh, goodness." And he checks his evil Google Calendar. "I forgot about our appointment. Don't worry, I'll be right there." And then he turns back around towards you and says, "If you could watch over Mr. Bigglesworth while I'm gone, I need to go to a very important meeting real quick."
Oh, sure, I've got this. I'm very good with kids.
Mr. Bigglesworth is my cat.
Oh, that's what this is. Okay. Well, don't worry, I've got this.
I've heard that watching a cat, being a cat mom is the same as being a veal mom. So.
Okay, I walk back to the other guys and I'm like, "Did you guys know this was a cat? I could have sworn this was a kid."
Mr. Bigglesworth is hairless. We know that. Yeah, so Dr. Evil steps out and he bumps into someone along the way and he's like, Uber Evil is here to give you your gadgets. And as he steps out, another person steps in. Yes, I am here to show you my latest inventions. And Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz comes sweeping in to the conference room.
They hire just anyone, huh?
He's pulling a big old cart behind him and he says, "Yes, I am here to show you my latest inventions. Behold!" And he reaches in and he pulls out it appears to be a Palm Pilot, like a really old Palm Pilot. And he says, "Behold, my Scramblinator. You can use this to ruin any computer, any type of electronic transmission that you wish. Who wants it?"
I'm gonna reach out my hand for it.
Give it to the big guy.
The first thing I'm gonna do is do like people do when they're like testing silverware and just like put it in the side of my mouth and bite it to see how durable it is.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to overcome with forceful.
I'm not trying to break it. I'm just testing its durability.
Yes, exactly. That's why you're rolling for it.
Yeah.
+3.
Okay, +3. Yeah, you're biting into it and you hear a little pop and you look down and you see spider webs across the screen, the glass. And Doofenshmirtz goes, "Oh, don't worry, it'll still work. It's fine, it's fine." Then he reaches back into the cart and he pulls out a suit, a 3-piece suit, an entire 3-piece suit. "Behold, my Make Stronger-inator. Put this on and you will be able to leap tall buildings in a single bound."
Gimme, 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 gimme.
And yeah, he hands the suit to you, sitting in your wheelchair that you obviously don't need.
Yes, I do not. I get out of the chair, grab it, get back in the chair while I'm putting it on.
Just imagine Ricky Bobby. My legs.
I like that the Scramblinator seems like something the clever person would have, and we gave it to the forceful person. And the forceful suit we gave to the flashy person.
Yeah, right. Maybe this is why our plans don't work, but probably not. Probably not.
We don't know our own strengths.
"And behold, my final invention." And he reaches in and he pulls out, like, you know those microphones that have like a spring inside of them, so when you speak into them, it kind of sounds like it's amplifying it, but it doesn't really.
Yeah.
"Behold, my voice change-inator. Using this, you will be able to imitate the voice of any person ever."
That shall be mine.
Now, meta question. Is that true, or is it really just like a piece of plastic with a cool spring in it?
I'm going to roll for Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz to see how well he did with this invention.
Wait, are any of these true?
Oh, that's a great.
We're going to find out. That's a -2 that he rolled.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So it might work.
It might do exactly what I said it is going to do. You will have to roll beforehand to see if it actually works or not.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you. All right. Back to the question at hand. I have just invented a machine that will create an android of the perfect women that will be so attractable that we shall get Bond to fall in love with it. Now, we need to find out where Bond is, and then we can trap Bond, and then we can take him out of the question.
Okay. He's currently in Britain. I think we can bet on that.
How do you know this?
Because he just blew up Big Ben.
Oh. So we are just assuming he is in Britain.
Yes.
Very well. Assume away.
All right, so we make a really hot cyborg.
Yes.
Put it presumably in Britain, somewhere he would like to go, probably a pretty good bar.
So first, just like any AI program, we need to teach it to be pretty. So we need to get pictures of all the prettiest actresses and put them together in one, and then they shall become the prettiest person ever.
Okay.
So who are the prettiest women? I shall go to Jaws. He has the best ideas for pretty women. You search the items or the images.
Yeah, best taste in women.
The Jaws the whole time has still just been swiping through and looking at all the pictures of Xenia.
If you ask me, Sarah Palin's got to be one of the three.
Okay, Sarah Palin
Yep.
is the first one. She sees Russia from her doorstep.
I look around confused, like, are we not looking at my screen? Like, Xenia's right here, guys.
Oh, she's hot too. Maybe get a little Palin in there if we can.
So we got a little bit of Palin, a little bit of Anya Top, and then we need one more person.
And you hear Doofenshmirtz gets a call on his phone. He says, "Oh, sorry, Vanessa. I'll be right home in just a moment."
Oh, no.
And he drops his phone in his hurry to rush out, and you see a picture of Vanessa Doofenshmirtz on his phone.
Nice.
Vanessa Doofenshmirtz.
Let's make sure to make her a little older when we make the robot.
Okay.
Yes.
So we put them all together, and now we push the button, and I push the button, and it shall generate.
Cool.
Yes, go ahead and roll to overcome with Clever to see how well your androidinator works.
Our Babe Borg.
The Babe
Babe
Borg.
Borg.
The Babe Bobblehead. What?
The Babelhead.
The Babe.
+7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
007 shall fall in love with my 007.
Oh, my.
And as the Babe Borg steps out of the androidinator, it says, "You know, I think Babe Borg is really quite a reductive term. If you could please call me by my true name, Dr.
Better Body. Oh my god.
That would be a James Bond name.
Yeah, big time.
But
Big
we're the
time.
villains. We're the good guys here.
Right.
Dr. Betterbody.
Better Body.
Dr. Betty Botty.
Betty Body.
Betty Potty.
All right, Betty. I have programmed you with perfect hand-to-hand combat and with a mind of a almost U.S. vice president.
Jaws starts looking around with the look of deja vu on his face and starts Googling the weird science plot summary.
Okay, so now, Dr. Manhattan, you said that you assume that Bond is in Britain. Where else do you assume specifically in Britain do you think Bond is?
He's probably taken a victory lap after exploding Big Ben, so I would presume he's at a bar within 2 blocks of Big Ben's ruin.
If I know anything about James Bond, and I do because you programmed me with an immense amount of knowledge, he's probably getting himself a cheeky Nando's at the moment.
Probably.
The chicken Nando's.
This is why we need Dr. Betterbody. Bop, Betty, bop, bop. This is why we need this female doctor.
She is the brain of all of us, except for me, because I have a big noggin with big brain inside.
That's why it's so big.
And I turn to my assistant and be like, "Assistant, get me my neck brace. My neck is hurting."
But you see, Dr. Bobblehead, your brain, though it is large, is made merely of neurons, not of circuits. It does not work with the same efficiency that mechanical efficiency can.
She's got you there. Robots are smart. Look at Jaws. He doesn't even need to talk to prove his intelligence. Aren't you a robot, Jaws? Or is it just the mouth?
I just shrug.
Oh.
Jaws is the beauty of the operation, I will admit.
Right.
Yeah, he's the Rick Deckard of the operation. Is he a robot? Ooh.
Who's to say?
Well, plot a course to Britain to the chicken Nando's.
Yeah.
All right, and your navigator turns the wheel of the blimp a little bit because you are flying right above Big Ben, and you move for like 50 seconds, and then he stops and says, "We're here."
That is why I pay you the big bucks.
Okay, should we zipline down or teleport? What are you guys thinking? Villain entrance? We just send her down and survey? How should we go about this?
Well, I have this new technology. It is an iPad 17. And I bust out an iPad.
Whoa!
And with this, I have an app. that will show the security cameras of all of Britain's security cameras, from traffic cameras to cell phones to everything. And we will look around and see if we can see Bond in the bar, I guess, wherever he is.
That's amazing. Is that app free, or do you have to pay for it?
It's a $5 a month thing, but it's okay.
Okay, I'll look into it.
I got some money to to spend, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open up your surveillance app and you start flipping through different cameras, and you get into the Nando's and you see like a bunch of people waiting for their food. And so you get a lot of shots of people like from about waist level, like looking up at their scrunched chin, like right up at their nose as they're just kind of like fiddling around on their phones waiting for their food.
We just need to wait till one makes a selfie or a TikTok.
Yeah, Harry Styles walks into the Nando's and he is recording a TikTok at the moment. Just getting a cheeky Nando's with the lads now, innit? And a whole bunch of people immediately like are distracted by the presence of Harry Styles. But you can see in the background of his TikTok, as he is shouting this out to his worldwide followers, you see James Bond is in kind of the back corner, also waiting for his food, and he's got a flat cap that he's got pulled down kind of low over his eyes, trying to maintain a low profile.
We have found the prey.
Let's get this little nest egg in the nest. Deploy bird.
And Dr. Botti turns towards you and says, I'm going to enter with subtlety and grace and tact. Just don't ruin this for me. And she steps out to the edge and spreads her arms and does a swan dive off the edge of the blimp.
Sick!
I turn to my assistant and be like, how much sass did we put into that woman?
There's a lot of sass in there. I don't know.
Jaws is very visibly in love with this woman.
Oh, nice. Nice.
The robot in love with the robot.
So is Jaws our main like monitor of this lady?
Yep, Jaws is in charge.
Running the computer? Okay.
I trust him.
I like how Jaws is the computer.
Yeah, right. I'm testing out my new suit and doing like wheelies in the wheelchair.
And he's also got the cat just like crawling around him.
Yeah.
I pull up the security footage of like what's going on in the restaurant, and then above it I put Subway Surfer footage, and then to the side I pull up Minecraft parkour.
Yeah. An episode of Family Guy in the background.
And then
An episode of Family
and some soap cutting.
And you see you've got like surveillance from Dr. Botti through her eyes, and you see her like plummeting towards the sidewalk, going at like terminal velocity, and you see she reaches out a fist and punches the ground right as she's about to land, and spiderweb cracks form in the concrete beneath her, and you hear a bunch of people shouting in surprise as she like gets up from her Terminator pose and starts walking into the Nando's. And she gets in there and she starts scoping around, and you see from her visual readout there's like a HUD coming up through her eyes, and she's scanning around looking for like significant people. Harry Styles, James Bond, who else is over there? Alan Cumming is there. Imagine my delight to see Alan Cumming here in this restaurant.
James Corden's getting kicked out.
James
currently.
He's talking bad about the service again.
Right.
I push a button and I'd be like, Dr. Betty Body, do you read me?
And you hear a text-to-speech responding back, and it says, yes, I can hear you. What is going on?
I shall be monitoring you in every moment. We need to get Bond into a secluded area and to be able to take him down.
Can I ask you, please, to not monitor me in every moment?
You can ask, but request denied.
You see, at this point, she's gotten to the front of the line, and she says, yes, I would like a quarter chicken breast with side. Can I get double peri-peri sauce on that? And she completes her order, and she stands next to, like, right next to where Bond is, waiting for his food. And you see he's, like, glancing over at her, and after a while he's like, double peri-peri sauce, you said. And she says, I like to live spicy, you might say.
That was a good one.
Ask him how he feels having blown up Big Ben. But, like, be subtle about it. You know?
Be subtle about it. She pulls out her phone and is looking at, like, some news stories. Oh, dear, Big Ben was just blown up down the street from here. And Bond says, yes, but Nando's always is open. They're reliable as always. And she says, goodness, I can't imagine what's going to happen when Scotland Yard finds out what was the cause of this explosion. And Bond says, Oh, don't you worry. I think it's no big deal, really, in the grand scheme of things. They're just going to build another one. It'll be fine. And she turns towards him and says, no big deal in the grand scheme of things. Are you hiding something? And Bond says, oh, I'm hiding everything. Everything and nothing. All of my soul is open up to you, you beautiful woman.
Get him another drink! Hey, Betty!
Tell him.
Get him another drink!
Yes, get him another drink.
And she flags down the waitstaff and says, another Coke Zero, I believe it was. And he says, very observant.
Shaken, not stirred.
Make sure the Coke Zero is shaken, not stirred.
And the server brings over a completely flat cup of syrupy Coke Zero.
That's the stuff. Okay.
Just the way he likes it.
Cool, we got him now. Spike his drink.
We need to get him out of Britain. There's too many. That's where MI6 is located. They will get us if we're there. We need to get him in.
Yeah.
Suggest that we go to a different country.
Oh dear, I had a friend who was going to see ABBA performing in Helsinki with me, but oh dear, they had to drop out at the last moment. I have this extra ticket. Whatever am I going to do with it? And Bond says, well, if you change your mind, I'm the first in line.
Oh, snap! Dr. Betty, you're a genius! Offer him the tickets that we definitely don't have. But we'll get him. We'll get him. We're evil. We can do that.
That will be part of the plan. But yes, get him to come.
Yeah.
Oh, James, do you want to come to Finland with me to watch ABBA performing? And Bond says, I will go to the ends of the world with you, you beautiful woman.
This is perfect. If we can get those ABBA tickets, then we make the move, kidnap Bond, take his tickets, we go see the show, and then afterwards we torture him. What do you guys say?
That is why you are a doctor.
Yeah.
Jaws, pull up Ticketmaster.
Yeah. See if we can get a Groupon discount or something.
Yes.
I pull up Ticketmaster, and in big red letters it says sold out.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we need to obtain the tickets. We need to steal them from someone.
Okay, while they travel to Finland, that'll be our window to get these ticks.
And as they are walking out of the Nando's to head to the airport to go to Finland, they're passing by Harry Styles, who is also leaving at the exact same time. He's still TikToking, doing a live stream. Now just heading over to Helsinki, Finland to watch the ABBA concert with my bros, innit?
Let's get him. Let's swoop him. Let's get him. I'm pointing down at Harry Styles.
I take a red marker and I go on the security screen and I circle Harry Styles and be like, that is our target.
Cool.
All right, and he splits off one direction going towards his private jet.
One direction.
Yeah, okay.
He does split off one direction.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
I can't give myself a fate point. But,
I'll give it to you.
oh, thank you. So, yeah, he splits off going towards his private jet while Bond and Dr. Botti head off towards the regular airport because she doesn't want to seem like she's anything more than just a regular, incredibly perfect woman.
My wheelchair just so happens to double as a net trap, a falling net trap. Watch this. Get us directly over him.
Okay, you heard him, helmsman.
All right.
Take us directly over them.
I grab his location data from his phone,
Heck yeah.
send it to the helm.
What I do is I take the little knob that helps me move the chair around. I pull off the top, get a little suction cup, and go. Then I throw the whole thing off the side of the Zeppelin or whatever. And then it midair turns into just a big old cage. And hopefully, assuming my roll goes well, lands on the Styles, seals from the bottom, and pulls him up.
All right, yeah, roll to overcome with clever. We'll make this difficulty of 3, I think.
Cool. Yes! All right, 5. Haha.
All right, yeah. Harry Styles is walking along, and his fans are following behind him at a respectful distance because they don't want to crowd him. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a cage just lands on the pavement. You hear a whole bunch of people screaming as Harry Styles is lifted up into the sky. And you're still watching his live stream on TikTok, and he's like, oh, well, this is a prize now, innit? I was going to be in a film with Nick Cage in the near future. I suppose this is another one of his shenanigans.
We couldn't get Big Ben, but we got Lil Harry.
All right, everybody, follow my lead. And then we pull him into the ship. And then as he's in the ship, I say, Harry Styles, we are your new PR managers.
That's right. You can call me Dr. Music.
Dr. Music? Over there we have Smiles.
I give a big toothy grin.
And I am Kanye Bobblehead.
Kanye Bobblehead.
Yep. We're your new managers.
Yeah.
And he's looking over at Jaws going, oh, yes, Kanye, you're doing the tooth thing. Okay, I see what's going on here, innit?
My smile turns to a frown.
And he, like, starts rattling on the bars of the cage and says, right, well, now, I got to get to Finland. If you're my PR manager, I suppose you can get me there in this blimp now, innit?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
But
By
first,
the way...
Oh, yep, go for it. Dr. Music.
Did you get that email about the extra VIP tickets from us to you?
I'm going to make a luck roll to see if there is an email. Well, I saw it, but then I immediately deleted it because I thought it might be spam. You know how it is, getting offered an extra VIP ticket.
That's why we came in, to make sure that doesn't happen. But we do need your influence to get us more tickets.
More tickets.
We need that.
Okay, and he gets back onto TikTok. Hey, everybody here in this giant blimp. Everybody, look at all this stuff in here. And he starts turning around, and, like, all of you are in his live stream.
There's a blue guy.
Just heading over to Helsinki. I need more tickets, apparently. If any of you got tickets that you want to give the H-Man, you know how to get in touch with me. Actually, get in touch with my PR managers here. What's your email, Dr. Music?
It's evilmanhattan@evil.net.
Okay, yeah, just email evilmanhattan@evil.net if you got some tickets for me. And Dr. Manhattan, make a roll with Flashy to see how many emails you get.
I got a 6.
You get 600 emails.
Cool. There's gonna be a huge chunk of the show just...
Yep, just all reserved for Harry Styles. Or rather, all reserved for Dr. Botti and James Bond. So, yeah, you're swimming in ABBA tickets right now. You don't know what to do with all these ABBA tickets.
I go to Spotify and I start playing Dancing Queen, and I walk over to the giant lever on the wall that's the volume lever, and I pull it all the way to 11.
And everybody across Europe, like, there are news reports going on, just like, did you hear that ABBA music coming from the sky? A direct line of major cities all the way from London to Helsinki. Headlines, a giant ABBA stunt going on? Is ABBA in cahoots with Harry Styles? Collaboration? ? And yeah, eventually you make it to Helsinki with Dancing Queen blaring this entire time.
Yes. And our kidnapped music boy. Well.
Well, now that we have the extra tickets, I shall hire a bunch of mercenaries to take those tickets so that we can all surround Bond.
Yeah. We'll pay them in ABBA tickets too. Once they get him, they can just enjoy the show. With us.
That is why I have the extra cash laying around, is because we are so smart.
Yeah.
All right, let's have you roll with, I think, Flashy to see what kind of quality of mercenaries you can get your hands on.
I got a +3.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a decent amount of henchmen. You managed to get in touch with the Half Sunny crew, where they all wear glasses that are 1/2 clear lenses and 1/2 sunglass lenses.
No. These guys are crazy.
And so you arrive in Helsinki and get down from the blimp, and you see they're all waiting in, like, a back alleyway for you.
Hey, boys! Welcome to the tour. We got Harry Styles here. These are our roadies.
Yes.
We've recruited these roadies.
Right, when you gonna get me out of this cage now, innit?
Oh, my. I totally forgot.
Oh,
All right,
well,
come on.
hold up.
Yeah.
This is a box seat for just you.
This is a box seat for just you, is something you didn't consider.
Oh,
So-
okay, I see.
Yeah, just be cozy. You're famous. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and a bunch of your attendants, like, put the cage onto your wheelchair and start wheeling it towards the stadium.
If you feel cramped, Smiles here is really good at massages, so he'll work that out.
Oh, that'd be great, actually, if you'd give me one right now, innit?
I mean, you heard the man. He wants a massage.
He has a experimental version of the Swedish massage.
Yeah, it should be illegal.
I go up to it and I do the N64 style slappers only shot. And I start doing that on his shoulder.
Roll to overcome with forceful.
It's a 4.
A 4, all right. Yeah, it's a real good massage.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Harry Styles is like, this is the best massage I ever felt now, innit?
But you like that cage now, don't you? I mean, box seat. Okay. Roadies, You all get in a position. The star of the show should be arriving. Wait, you guys got the email about like what we're actually doing here. Is he out of earshot?
Harry Styles? Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are all gonna just dogpile this James Bond. He's with the hottest babe you can imagine, so you can't miss him. Also, he looks exactly like James Bond. That's how you'll know who he is.
All right. So yeah, they all start heading into the ABBA concert, and they are putting on bits of ABBA merch, like t-shirts, visors, all kinds of fun stuff as they're heading into this concert. Just getting ready to really party it out at this ABBA show.
Oh yeah.
What are you folks doing? Are you going in the front? Are you trying to hide in the crowd? Are you trying to be completely stealthy? What's our entrance point here?
I kind of want to see the show. What do you guys say?
You want to see this show?
I like ABBA.
You like ABBA?
I really like ABBA.
ABBA's pretty good.
Yeah.
We shall have the best seat in the house. The audio booth.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah, we'll let ourselves in.
Yeah, let's have you, let's do a group sneaky check. Who's our sneakiest person? Oh, Evan. Jaws is our sneakiest person with a +1. And since JP and Connor have no sneaky, they do not get to add any bonuses to your sneaky check.
Alas.
So yeah, go ahead and roll to overcome with sneaky.
It's a -2.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
We did it.
So yeah, you start heading in towards the audio booth. As you're walking along, you're like you don't even try and change your outfits to look like audio engineers. You're just walking in, hey, blue man in a robot suit, guy with iron teeth, you're just like hovering down the hallway on your propeller hat. And you pass one of the guards and you like nod to the guard nods to you, and then there's kind of like a double take, and he's squinting his eyes at you as you're walking past. And he starts heading over towards a button on the wall.
Oh dear.
Stop him.
I shoot him with I shoot him.
All right, shoot him with a gun.
Yeah.
Roll to overcome with quick to see if you can get it before he reaches it.
Okay. All right, I actually got 3.
3. All right, he's going to roll to overcome with quick to see if you can get to the button first. He gets a flat 0.
Sick.
So yeah, before he can reach it, you shoot this guy, and he falls to the ground.
I couldn't think of anything else. I'm sorry, I say with a gun in my hand.
That's okay. Quick, Jaw. Hide the body. Jaws.
Yeah, eat him.
And as you approach him, you hear him going, "I'm not dead. I'm down here, but I'm not dead. I am just very badly in pain. My leg. Someone come help me."
Oh, jeez. Bobblehead, do you have that shrink rag?
Unfortunately, I do not. Jaws, are you hungry?
Huh? Munchies?
Ooh.
Snackies?
Jaws does what he does best, and he gets down on the ground, and the camera pans to the ceiling, and when it comes back, the guy's bleeding from the neck and dead.
Not again.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I mean, he's not alive anymore.
Yep.
He's still there, though. Okay, I'm going to put a blanket over him and all.
Jaws isn't a cannibal. He just kills people by biting them.
Yeah.
What, do you think you were going to use the shrink ray and I was going to eat him like a snack?
Yeah, maybe. Crunchy little guy.
All right, so you leave this guard and head your way towards the audio booth. And as you sneak your way inside, you can hear they're doing a mic check right now. And you can hear over the speakers, 12:30 and I'm watching the late show in the flat all alone. And all the audio engineers are just like bobbing their heads. They're having a grand old time messing with various levers and knobs and switches on the soundboard.
I go, quick announcement, y'all fired.
Yep, you guys have been fired by ABBA.
We have our own audio people to come and take care of this.
All right, roll to overcome with flashy.
That's a 5.
Nice.
5. And you see all the audio engineers turn towards you and begin weeping. And as they're filing out of the booth past you, one of them says, "We're going to unionize, just you wait. You'll hear about this." And they all file down the hallway past the blanket. What's this lumpy blanket doing on the floor?
Leave it alone, you're fired!
All right, you have the audio booth to yourselves.
All right,
Cool.
and I get out a walkie-talkie from him, like, all right, send in the minions.
And you see they open the doors and fans start filing in, and you can see your group of henchmen all walking down towards their seats. And coming down sort of a different aisleway, you see James Bond and your friend, Dr. Botti, and you kind of like zoom in with your monocle, enhance, and you can see James is like, they're walking side by side, and he like yawns and stretches his arm like he's about to put it around her, and she elbows him in the ribs, and he, oh, okay. And they're walking along, and he's just kind of swinging his arm by his side, and he's like trying to brush his fingers against hers. And as he does, she like reaches out and stomps on the side of his foot, and he yelps in pain. She's like, oh, terribly sorry, as they're moving towards their seats.
She's so good.
Jaws starting to get like jealous and like kind of angry at James Bond, not realizing in his lack of cleverness that she doesn't really need any help with this, is gonna start charging towards them to take care of James Bond. Because I'm all brawn and no brain.
Wait, you fool!
Josh, where are you going?
All brawn, no brain.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you a fate point for that compel. So, do you just like walk out through the plate glass windows of the booth, or do you
Yes.
actually... Okay.
Yeah. I just like push the window out of its frame and crawl through.
And you hear shouts of dismay from down below as spectators are covered with shards of glass. One was like, it's in my popcorn! God dang it! And yeah, you start making your way towards Bond. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just going for it?
I'm just mad that he tried to grab her hand and was like, keeps trying to make moves on her.
All right, I'm going to roll a clever check for Bond to see if he notices, but I'm also going to roll a flashy check for Dr. Botti to see if she can continue to distract him. Bond gets a 4. Dr. Botti gets a 3. She's going to spend a fate point to invoke her aspect, the perfect robot woman, to add 2 to her result. So, James Bond, you can see his ears like perk up as he hears heavy clomping footsteps behind him, and he's about to turn around when suddenly Dr. Botti is like, oh, look at that. And she points over towards the stage, and she like puts her hand up on his bicep and points off towards the stage, and he immediately is just like, oh, yep. Oh, what's that over there? Look at that. So they have not noticed you.
Oh gosh, she's touching his bicep.
Should we start the show to get him to stop? I feel like we gotta do something.
He is ruining the plan.
This guy's ruining the plan. Let's introduce ABBA, and maybe in the distraction, then the riot can start. And we can also listen to ABBA.
I like how Dr. Manhattan just wants to listen to ABBA.
Yeah.
That's all he wants.
Bond has become his secondary goal.
Change the name of the campaign from Bond Must Die to We Must See ABBA.
All right, start the concert early. And I start the concert.
All right.
I push my big red button.
Yeah.
And the concert starts.
Push the big red button, and you see like the lasers up above the stadium, and the subwoofers are like suffusing the entire stadium. People start screaming and shouting, getting ready for ABBA. You can see on the monitors ABBA in the green room. They notice that the show's beginning, like, oh frick, and they're like running, grabbing instruments, getting their costumes all finished, and they start rushing towards the stage. In this moment, this high intensity situation where like people are screaming all around you, Jaws, this could be your moment. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna punch James Bond in the back of the head.
Yeah, get him!
All right, so you start moving your way towards James Bond, and you can hear the music beginning to swell up. Don't know how to take it, don't know where to go. My resistance running low. You reach out and you like grab James Bond around the arm, and every day the hold is getting tighter and it troubles me so. And so yeah, go ahead and roll with forceful to punch James Bond in the back of the head.
Two under attack is the name of the song. It's perfect.
+3.
+3. All right, Bond is going to try and resist that with. I think he's going to try and go forceful to break out of your grasp. That's a +4.
I'll use a fate point to add 2.
All right, which aspect are you going to invoke?
Slappers only.
Yeah, makes sense. Just big old karate chop to the back of the head. So he turns around to like try and pull himself out, but you bam right across the head. He's going to take 1 stress from that. Under attack, I'm being taken, about to crack. Defense is breaking.
I really want to see an ABBA song in an action movie.
Oh gosh, it's so yeah.
So yeah, we're going to get into a quick exchange here. We're getting near the end of the episode, though. Actually, you know what? We'll go through just one round of combat and see how this goes.
Sure. Yeah.
So, Jaws, you have acted your first action in this combat. You have dealt some stress to James Bond. Who would you like to go next?
Dr. Body.
All right. So she, seeing that the attack has begun, she's going to get down low and she's going to try and sweep his legs out from under him. Under attack, I'm taking cover. He's on my track, my chasing lover. She's going to roll to attack with Flashy for this awesome leg sweep. She gets a +5. Bond is going to try and defend with Quick to get out of the way. +6. Dang it. Just one over what she needed. She goes in for the leg sweep and he hops up over it and he actually lands with his foot on her ankle and you hear her give a sharp inhale of pain. Dr. Botti is going to turn it over to Dr. Manhattan.
Okay, so we're in the sound booth or the engineer's booth, whatever. I'd like to believe this venue has one of those on-air signs where it's applause, whatever here. So I'm gonna set that from applause to attack to signal all of our 597 henchmen in the audience.
All right. Yeah, roll to overcome with Flashy. This is going to kind of count as the big bulk attack for your henchman here.
That's a 4.
A 4. Bond is going to try and defend with Quick. He's going to try and book it out of there. He sees that he's maybe in a little over his head. He gets a 5. He is just always 1 point ahead of you guys.
I know, right?
Would you like to use any of your fate points, any of your aspects?
You know what? Yeah, I'll use a fate point just to reroll. See how that goes.
Okay.
And let's see. Aspect for that is going to be big red button, which ideally will deploy a bunch of drones from the sky and spell out attack to drive the point home.
All right.
Okay, I got a 5.
5.
Yeah.
On a tie, you don't deal damage, but you do gain a boost.
Okay.
Here's what's going to happen. These drones come down from the sky, attack, and all of your henchmen with their half sunglasses, half regular glasses come flipping in from all sides and they start surrounding James Bond. He's deflecting all of their attacks as they go, but he's distracted enough to let one of your drones come slip a little tracking device.
Let's go.
Right onto his person. So that's the boost you're going to get is tracking device.
Dr. Bobblehead, make some noise!
All right, some noise. And I get my Bobblehead Zephyr into place and just play it super loud, the music, like a focused sound thing.
All right, yeah, let's roll to attack with Clever, I think, to try and manipulate the sound physics here.
I got a +4.
+4. Bond is going to try and defend with Forceful. He's going to try and just power his way through this sonic assault. And he only gets a 3.
Dang, bro.
So all of the sound from the entire concert is concentrated in one beam on James Bond. And he hears reverberating throughout his entire body. There's nothing gonna stop him now. Should I want to? I'm not sure. I don't know how. And Jaws, from being right up next to him, you see one of his eardrums rupture and a little spray come out of his ear from the intensity of this attack. So we're going to give him a level 2 consequence, half deaf.
Ooh.
So yeah, we're in the middle of this giant crazy situation here. There are other blimps up above the stadium now, aside from just Dr. Bobblehead's blimp. They are reporters, news blimps, who are here to, Harry Styles is at this ABBA concert.
Oh, yeah.
There's that whole thing about that promotion, that blimp flying over, playing ABBA music for everybody. All of the news outlets are we want to see what's going on here. And now reporters from every nation across the European Union are just what on earth is going on? There's a fight breaking out in the crowd at this ABBA concert. Everybody's under attack. And at this high point, this inflection of emotion and sound here in this concert, I think that's where we're going to pick up next time. time.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Man, this is the most European campaign we've ever done.
Right?
They really do need to like make a Bond movie take place at a concert.
Oh,
that would be so cool.
absolutely.
I mean, Quantum of Solace, he was at a opera.
Nah, that's cool.
But yeah, Broccoli Estate, if you wanna get in on this action, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
We can license out this idea for you.
We got you guys.
Oh man. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Improv Tabletop, and we'll be back next week with more adventures in the world of Bond Must Die. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as Dr. Manhattan listening to an ABBA concert if you go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We're also all over social media at Improv Tabletop. So if you'd like to connect with us, maybe you want to talk with Connor about the times in the past where he has perhaps sung some ABBA songs on the stage
Maybe.
in Mamma Mia,
Mamma Mia.
don't be afraid to reach out. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons. This week, we're shouting out Jim Packard, Mackenzie Peterson, and Michael Sear, the founding patron.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, in a sense, once again, it's Wife Appreciation Week. We haven't had one of those in a while. Let's see. These people, these are Harry Styles' real publicists who are like, what the heck just happened? Where is our guy?
Where's our client?
Why is he TikToking from Sweden when he just got kidnapped? So they are working overtime, trying to get their hands back on Harry Styles to get him out of this incredibly dangerous situation. And I'm sure that they're going to get it taken care of just fine because they are incredibly competent and intelligent people.
Can I throw in who I think Mackenzie would be in this?
Yeah.
I think she would be someone at the concert who's wondering who that hunky guy is that just punched the British man in the back of the head.
I like the shape of his jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gleam of his teeth. We'll have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next week. And if you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biannual sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Dumbledore's Delinquents. Everybody go check that out. It's a grand old time. Now let's do a round of plugs. Connor, would you like to take that this time around?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm going to talk about something JP and I have been talking about lately, and that's a game called Pal World. That game has been advertised quite a lot as Pokemon with guns, but I think that's really deconstructive. It feels a lot more like Rust or Valheim or Minecraft with Pokemon. It's a very competent, fun survival game. It's in early access and manages to run better than the last 4 Pokemon games on release.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. So dropped about 5 hours into that yesterday. If you guys want to play with us, I think there's multiplayer, so hit us up.
Right on.
Good game.
Good game indeed. We've also been playing a lot of Lethal Company as a group.
Yeah, it's been so fun.
Do it for the company.
That game is just as fun as all the streamers make it out to be.
Word.
So yeah, go check out Lethal Company. It's like $10. It's so cheap.
Yeah, unbelievable.
$10 made by one guy.
Come on.
And is still one of the top 10 highest grossing games on Steam.
It's so fun.
I was going to say, it beat Call of Duty.
There you go. Superior game right there.
Word.
And also, our sister podcast, iCast Fireball, is on a bit of a hiatus at the moment. We'll have a couple bonus episodes coming out over the next couple months. But again, keep your ears peeled for more details regarding our next campaign. I'm very excited for my character. He's going to be a fan favorite. Just calling it right now.
Word.
Like all your characters.
Yeah, just like my current character, James 007 Bond. Fan favorite.
I just went to the iCast Fireball webpage, and one of your episodes is named Faith Shaken, Not Stirred.
Hey.
That is correct.
So good.
Oh, yeah. We got some good episode names over there. Go check it out. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of Bond Must Die. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Connor Wood, 007.
Evan Peterson, 00-1.
Justin Porter, a.k.a. JP, and just remember, Coke Zero always tastes best. Shaken, not stirred.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop. And just one more quick addendum to those Sticker Club shoutouts. Thanks again to Michael Sear, the founding patron, for helping out with our Bond theme for this campaign. Much love, Mikey. Bye now.